So whenever it rains, all the floods just enters into people's rooms, which we are facing much difficulties. So I quite remember somewhere last year, a month before election, our Honorable, that is Honorable Esla, and then the MC did come here and then made a whole lot of promises, but to that extent, we've not seen anything being going on.
So to haye papa no ha nyina yiri ye nema nyina se wo ye dem ho se la nkofo gusu sansuo e ba bi wo kwa pumping machine na de twi so na no bi mutimi da mo dem.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Community Watch with me, Gabriel Niobodai Atopra Atunam Togbo Ashon Kwalsunu. And in today's edition, I am in Otojor within the Ablekuma West Municipality. George Bray is the Municipal Chief Executive. He's recently been confirmed to serve a second term. And as well, the Member of Parliament is Honorable Eslawusu Ekufo. She's a Minister of State. Last year, in October, we were here to look at perennial flooding challenge of the community. They lamented to the Community Watch team. We met up with Honorable George Bray, and there was a commitment to address their plight. A year on, what has really changed? I'll be speaking to the residents as just this week there has been downpour, and I received so many calls from residents lamenting that their houses had been inundated by the floods. We'll be hearing from them shortly, but before then, let me take you back to last year in October to know exactly what they shared with us. Then we get to them in 2021 in October to know what really has changed.
The house behind my house, he has similar problem. As for his house, it's worse. The next house behind the other side, it has the same problem. My sister's room, the tenant's room. Why? This is the property rate. They take rate from us every month, every year. This is it. This is it.
Let me have a look.
Yes.
So I want to see the inscription on it. We have ABWMA, which should stand for Ablekuma West Municipal Assembly, 300 Ghana cedis. The check number is there, and the date is 10/09. Yes. That's September 2020. So it must be very recent.
Very
Agnes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my mother's
Payment of property rate 2020.
Thank you.
With
With
the assembly stamp.
And yantro, omuji property rate into ya kwan no. Our so mo ya no mo ya gata say so ya wotoye. Yeah, we have babies in the house. We have kids. We have a less month older child in the house. Na de bia nsuo beto na yiri ha say. Aden yanka Ghana ho. Maji esika sa mo nya gata mai. Mo me ya mai. Ne ho ntoye.
Omubeba. They are watching, and I know the Municipal Chief Executive. We are meeting
He
him
was
right
here
from
the other time when they were doing this gutter. I spoke to him. He pretended he wasn't the person. Nam say, I know you. You are the MCU of this area. I spoke. Nam say, you are the MC. Also, no, I'm not the one. Then he was using the...
How could he deny if indeed he was the one?
So I kept quiet and came home. Then I called the engineer who was behind doing the road. And then the engineer told me that, Pat, this issue, I don't want to talk about it. It's an issue. They have to come out and talk about it. It's an election year, and they don't want to spoil anybody's vote for them to, because they have to put some people's building down and stuff. We don't need that one. They should come and we are dying. We came to this house 1987. We never had these experiences apart from this current, from the June 3rd, this thing. Why? They want to kill us. They want to kill us.
look to the camera and speak directly to him as though he's standing right in front of you.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him because if he owns the area and he's the MCU of the area, he shouldn't be denying his identity. He shouldn't be denying his identity. He should come out and come and do the work because that is his work. I am not ready to talk to anybody.
So
he should come.
We
No.
shouldn't solve this problem through
He should
anger
come. No, we are very
misunderstanding.
angry. We are the whole area. When it starts raining, Master, you don't have any idea. If you have idea of what happens, my children will dramatize. My small boy, 4 years, Mommy, the rain is coming. Mommy, the rain is coming. Let's move from the house before the rain comes. Why? Me, I'm saying, fear, mean to me, them. Mean to me, them, fear. Then, so what do I call be fiança? When we are not making property, we are not just going to bottom. At the land cruise at them. A check of that.
But one thing is that if the MCE is saying that this place originally was a Ramsar site, if you had done due diligence, perhaps you wouldn't be
If it's a
found in
Ramsar
this
site,
challenge.
then they shouldn't take property rates. If it's truly a Ramsar site, they shouldn't bring a police station down to the area.
But granted that this is being done. But if initially, right from the onset,
It means that they
you
have
knew that
demarcated the area,
was-
they have changed the area. Before, when it was a Ramsar site, Accra wasn't broadened like this. Now it is not a Ramsar site. They have demarcated the streets. The streets has names. It means that they have site plan for it. And that we have to work and they have to come out and work. They shouldn't be in their offices and get big names that they are the MC, they are whatever, the MP or whatever. We are not afraid of them. They should come out and work.
Right. A word from you.
Yeah, my name is Nyokai. Comment flatter me think about toilet I'm gonna me toilet think about here. Naba, what the job me a mobile. Me it me yense, what for me, what call me a for far. See a slow issue, need you what MPA. It get honorable. Le up to now, Ninkabo your name. Can you benese election name about Clara? Ehame. No, you know me down on I can vote. Because of your money by you. Be an annual your name, no cabo your name, can you know on your inside? Call your new money no more never do Basian. MCE will invite the neighbor. Near Beba care where German, Sheba care what the problem on the ground. No, but Malaka near paper no. It was paperwork, you know, never call. But the real problem on the ground, no, it can wear the susu. Ninkabo your name, can you know money? No, a tambiane. No, a tambiane, no, 4 Your hollow, your hollow, former airport. This DCOP, Joni, mean collect, ka window me. Egbopo Joni.
So, just about a year ago, you heard patients spoke passionately about their plight. And I'm amazed how time flies, such that it's already a year. And she and other residents of Otojor have had to contend with the same problem. How do you feel?
I feel so bad. In fact, I can't imagine. Every year we have to go through the same problem. They promise they go, they promise they go. After last year's interview, they came here telling us that they will come and fix it in November, the road and the gutters. And up to now, we've not seen any sign of that. In fact, we don't know what they are doing to us until they hear that somebody is dead before they will come and work, which we don't like. They should come and work. Since they are taking property rates, as I mentioned last year, they should work and work well for us. In fact, they are worrying us. If possible, they should tell us what to do. If they want us to leave the place for them, then they should come and tell us. Thank you.
Have you heard from the MC? Have you heard from the MP?
Yes. Last year, after the interview, they called for a community meeting, and then the MC and the MP came. In fact, we spoke. I spoke. A lot of people spoke. And then he was like, they will come by November, 1st November, to come and work on the roads and the gutters for us. And the drains are still like that. It is choked all over. I remember I told them when they were constructing the road that they started the drains. I told them that from Liberty, the back of the Liberty, there's a broken wall there. So there's a lot of sand draining from that side to the gutters. So if they don't put concrete there, and they bring the drains like that, the place will be choked. Lo and behold, the place is choked. And that is the problem we are facing now.
But as an association, landlords association, how are you also contributing or meeting governments halfway? So for instance, if the drains are choked, you can mobilize yourselves and desilt the drains.
Good. About 3-4 months ago, we made some contributions in the area, and then we distilled gutters around. In fact, it was marvelous. We did all that we could do, and later we realized that it's not enough because the funds wasn't coming. So the little we could do is what we did, and we left it like that. At least the government should also help us. They should come in. The assembly should help us. I don't know what they are doing. If we have a community and we have an assemblyman and the work is not being done, I mean, we are dying. The assemblyman, when you call him on phone, he will just give you a story. I don't know what they discuss at assembly. They have to discuss community issues. They must discuss community issues, not their businesses. They should sit and discuss. I mean, these are issues that he should put on board when he goes to assembly. But he goes there and he doesn't say anything. And they come back and we are just in water. Look at somebody's house. It's too bad. The person didn't sleep in his house. They've left the place. It's bad. Why should we live in an area where they come in and take rent, property rates, and then that is all? Their interest, yes, recently somebody came to I drove the person out of my house. I pay tax, I pay rate, property rate, meaning that I am a citizen of Ghana and I have to enjoy everything in Ghana.
Right, so we understand that a stream down from here is being choked.
Yes.
We are yet to get there, but we'll be getting to that point. But what more can you tell us about this drain?
Good. Every day, if I had to count, I'll see tractors more than 100 moving down the drain, moving down the place. And you will see trucks moving up and down. They are filling the whole place, so the waters cannot flow. The waters just choke here and disturb us. We the old site. Those they have sold the land to Nigerians and other people, and they are building and filling the whole place. So we are dying. That is the cause. Because they are filling the sites, the water cannot flow in. So with the water hits and comes back.
Thank you very much. So that's a concerned resident of Otojor sharing her frustration with you. We'll be meeting up with the municipal chief executive, so we know what the municipality is doing. Well, she still has.
And then please, the other time when we met, they told us that they will cease the trucks moving up and down here because that is the cause of the flood. So please, they should tell them to stop filling the place. The filling is killing us. I let a small boy die, a 4-year-old child fell inside water and died out of this flooding. Why? Are we going to lose our children before? Oh, yeah.
You have the opportunity. We don't have to even tell them. You have the opportunity to speak to the municipal chief executive, Mr. George Bray, now, because he's watching you. He's watching you. Your friend, then communicate with him.
Please, Sir George, I beg you, come down to our aid and help us. We are dying gradually. Now a small girl has lost their life. Another person will come. Why? They have to carry a pregnant woman at the back during the rain. Why should that happen? Please, George, I beg you, I am on my knees. Please come and work. Thank you.
And you have the member of parliament. Yes, we know that some of these major community issues are not their immediate or primary responsibility as members of parliament, but they are wielding positions that they could leverage on or help lobby for development for their community. So communicate with the member of parliament, Honorable Esla Owusu Ekufo, who is also a minister of the current government. Talk to her for us. She's watching you.
Honorable, it's your girl. I am begging you. You won't live in your house to hear that I am gone by the flood. Please come down, ask your MC, ask your people to work for us. We are suffering. If you look at the area that belongs to you as an MP of the place, it is not good at all. You are a woman, and I know you have a big heart to contain it. Please come and work for us. I am begging.
Well, so a gentleman is coming in Esla Owusu Ekufo's outfit.
Listening all this, please, we are begging you. We are on your behalf. Please come and help us. That's all.
Well, very short and straight to the point. Rushing over, we are begging. On the back of that T-shirt is the inscription, "For more to do more." Gentlemen, come, let them see the "for more to do more." So that's the party T-shirt that Esla Owusu used in campaigning for the 2020 election. So election 2020, vote Esla Owusu Ekufo as MP for Ablekuma West constituency. For more to do more. Turn your back, let them see the "for more" written boldly. For more to do more. So, Madam Esla Owusu, your constituents are saying that yes, you appealed for more, and they've given you 4 more. So this is the time to do more for them, which should include improved drainage system. So whenever it rains, they wouldn't be experiencing floods that end up even killing or drowning, getting people drowned. Continue watching Community Watchers. We've got more. Hey, so a gentleman here is saying massa, meaning he also has more to say.
I don't agree with that for more, to do more.
No, but now she's been giving the nod. So what she promised to do, that she'll do more.
On here. Massa, be anyone who might cause war. Listen to some of us, we are very annoyed. You must be a both part to say, a bra about to do so. We complain. Ama, if some man can't trap, you are the same people who came here to cover the costume now. Every channel, about mountain canopy or has say. Ebeti enu must say, DNA high, can I hear channel? First, no, but demo. I saw that we make and say, yeah, you go here, Tilapia. And the friends are training Nam the Goon somewhere. But the can't bet to a ban or Taba Manto canopy or Hanum, I catch and say, if you like, we are no more longer Tilapia. In the Hanum, what develop Hanum, or got a my Hanum, yet to abandon you pet on you. In so case 4 more to kill us. Answer, yes, Rano, sir. What's our Nakaka Hano? You see, I know my dear to Moon. Umbra, no better, nobody develop Hamayan. Aha, is an Omaya, I had it about how high police station. There's no handing that here. Why got the best I saw down Hano. What Jesse and Nana friends and so to not watch it. I didn't know Sabanata. Yes, Roma. I want to mean to know Mufie. I want to mean to know Mufie on office. Now, I to mean develop. Yes, Roma. So you want to mean ya? I'm going to want to mean ya. Near Poe Bia, but me adding, or Bataria, or but me adding, edge on my. Yes, I'm on the
Thank you very much, sir. Point made. And what she said in the Tree language is that he is disappointed in the NPP government. He's disappointed in the leadership of the constituency, of the municipality, and in extenso, the nation, because promises were made and they haven't been kept. The visuals are shaky because we are in our car moving. We are unable to get down and film because it's risky. We saw men on site working and others were trying to be aggressive. So we had to then leave that area for our own safety. But this is just to tell you that there is something going on within the area which authorities must put their feet on the ground firmly. They have to ensure that the laws in place, the bylaws of the assemblies, are enforced to bring sanity to the area. Because if, as residents, if as Ghanaians, we know the right thing to do, but we don't do them, and later on when the rains come and we end up being affected, then we turn our backs to then complain to the government and then be calling on the authorities to come and then attend to us, when meanwhile some of us are also part of the problem. So my cameraman is just stepping down to then film from a house which has a lot of water settling in. Just look at how green the water has become. So the situation here is messy in Otojor. So we understand that the owner of the house has abandoned the structure. A gentleman taking a block into a washroom, so to enable one of his relatives to be able to get a proper grounding or a spot to stand and conveniently take her bath. So we'll be watching her go in there to go and then take her bath. So we see how this will go. She's a bit shy, obviously because of the camera, but this is not staged really. She was, just when we entered the house, we noticed that she was going to take her bath. So that's her water. It doesn't really look hygienic. It doesn't look good. The more they try making the water escape, the more water continues to come in. You are still on Community Watch here on Metro TV with me, Gabriel Ni Obodai Togbo. Earlier, I had promised that we were going to meet the Municipal Chief Executive, George Bray, to engage him on what exactly the Municipal Assembly is doing about the situation. We called him, we messaged him. He mentioned that he was going to get back to us, but we haven't heard from him yet. And because Community Watch is time-bound, we've had to move on. So one of the messages I sent him was on Saturday, last Saturday. I mentioned to him that, good morning, Honorable. Please, this is Gabriel with Metro TV. First of all, congratulations. So I even commended him or congratulated him on his reappointment or his election to serve a second term in office. We received several calls from residents of Otojor of how their community became inundated by floods and invited us to cover. We've come to look at the situation. Yes, so I made a request to that effect. Then he said, sorry, saw your call. I had called previously and he did not respond. But he said, sorry, saw your call but couldn't answer. Let's talk on Monday. So I engaged him on Monday, but to no avail. The reason why we've had to continue with this broadcast. Honorable Bray made some promises last year in October 2020. So watch that interview with him and then we come back so you let us know exactly what you make of it. Just opposing it with the situation now.
They would see some results pretty shortly. We even agreed that they should halt the sale of lands in there. The task force, the police, and all that have been involved. There have been times where the police just go in there to arrest vehicles that bring materials to dump for people to build in there. You embark on that exercise for about a week. You decide to concentrate on something else, and so
you demolish them because they could even come at night. So if you come
we have demolished some before, if they would tell you the truth. We have demolished some houses before. And the sad bit is, you go to sleep, and before we wake up the next morning, the house has sprung up.
We wouldn't want to see a situation where after today, we come back next year or some months back and still be discussing the same challenges. How best, in all sincerity, do you think this problem could be solved so that the amenities, the drains could be fixed for the people?
Trust me, if we didn't have good intentions for the people, we probably wouldn't have started all that we've gone through. We've gone through a lot. We are still in the process. And I can assure you, come next year, we are going to have a finality to the situation in Otojor. So if my people there would bear with me. I don't know which of your cameras to look to.
Please speak with them. Speak with them. You know, interestingly, at some point, I told one of them to address you, to give you a message, and said, I won't talk to Honorable. So please, they are watching you. Talk to them. Which camera should Honorable? Okay, so please talk to them. Give them some assurance.
I would want to tell my people living in Otojor that if we didn't have the will and the wish, and if there's any adjective to qualify it, to solve the situation there, we wouldn't have started. And they know, and like you rightly said, we have engaged them severally. I'm telling them we have engaged the chiefs, because they may not know that we have engaged the chiefs. We have engaged the chiefs. We are in the process of engagement with all the agencies that have a role to play in there. Trust me, come next year, we will bring a finality to the situation in Otojor. And this, I can say with all my heart and with all my might, that come next year, we will bring a finality to the situation down there, so that when the clouds start gathering, you would be able to walk into your room and sleep soundly, and not be thinking the rains are going to enter your home and your room to destroy the property you have acquired with your sweat and blood.
Very assuring, and I know that we are making progress. Thank you very much, Honorable. We end here. Next year we shall be here, and we'll play Honorable's bite, and then commend the assembly, commend him, and praise him if indeed finality is brought. And we are hoping that it sure would be the case. Right, so you've watched what Honorable George Bray, the Municipal Chief Executive for Ablekuma West, said. And having then seen the plight of the community today, what is your own assessment? We are appealing that the Municipal Assembly, the Member of Parliament, and all other relevant authorities step in to address the poor drainage and also the road network situation in Otojor, to bring some relief to the residents. That's all in this edition of Community Watch. With me, Gabriel, Ni Obodai Togbo Ashon. Thanks for watching.